This is a Big Facts Network exclusive.
And I remember one day she asked me, she was like, "You will get on that with me?" Because you know how niggas be, we walking by and our girl be like, "Come and sit down, watch this TV with me." And I sat down there and I'm looking up, we were Love and Hip Hop New York.
Like, you know that where I'm going, how you got there, you go.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, I would never, in my head, I was like, I would never do this shit with you, the shit you be doing to me. I would never.
Nigga, he ain't about to goddamn drag me on TV.
Yeah, he been drag me.
That.
And you know, women talk crazy to niggas and shit like that. I've been and choked the shit out you, cuz, like how I be doing.
Not in front of her. Me and you by ourselves, we can do this.
I didn't choke the shit out of her one day, you know what I'm saying? I said, if I do it on TV, they will hate me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? Even if, but they would love you. You slap the shit out of me, how you be doing, you know what I'm saying? But then when we broke up fully, you know what I'm saying? And I went and got back with my older daughter, mom, Erica. And she's straight Atlanta, you know what I'm saying?
Not like Erica, man. That's one who I really think you should be with. That's
she's straight West Side, baby. She's straight West Side, baby. You know what I'm saying? Bankhead Court, all that shit. And I got back with her, and then Mona hit me. She had somebody hit me out the blue. And the nigga was like, "Hey, Mona wants to talk to you about being on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. We finna start trying to doing that." And I was like, "Why? Well, what the fuck?" And he was like, "Nah, it ain't gotta be like that. Just take a meeting with her. She wanna have a meeting with you." And I went over there, I sat down and talked to her. And she was like, "Scrappy, I miss you, Scrappy. How you doing? Everything's good," like the great godmother or some shit. Like a real mafia boss type shit. And she said, "Listen, I want you to do this show. I want to know how you feel about it." You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll take your rap career all the way up because they don't even pay this much in rap. You know what I'm saying? And I was sitting there like, damn, they don't. You know what I'm saying? They do not pay this much in rap. You know what I'm saying? When she gave me the, you know, how much they'll pay me, I was like, hey, all the time, like, shit, I don't even got to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was like, "Who would you bring on there?" And I was like, I thought about it. I was like, I'll bring my daughter's mom because I'm like, shit, if I put her on this, I can get off child support. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she making money. She doing her own thing. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Who is that?" I was like, you know, my daughter's mama. I wouldn't say her name because I'm like, you don't know her. You know what I'm saying? But then she Googled it right in front of me, like while we sitting there talking. She was like, "Is this her?" And it was Diamond. I was like, "Hell no, that ain't her." And you know, me and her was on beef mode then. I was like, "Hell no, I never do nothing with her. Like, not a single thing." You feel me? And she was like, "Dang, like that ain't her. Who is the daughter? Who is your kid's mom?" And I said her name, and she typed it in, and it went to Facebook, and she said, "Is this her?" I said, "Yeah, that's her." She said, "Oh wow, she's beautiful." That's who I said, "Hell yeah, anything to get off child support." You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get off this shit. And I said, she said, "Why is the reason you would bring her on?" I said, "The reason I would bring her on because if I know how I am with money, I ain't shit with money. Like I spend money like it's water. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck about money for real. That's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never bought a Lambo. I never bought a big expensive car because I was cool with the Atlanta shit. Old school, new school. Like I don't give a fuck. Nigga, we Monte Carlo.
I remember you first Monte Carlo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I drive like a Charger. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. And she was like, I was like, I know she know how to handle money. And she'll take care of my kid no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So I said, that's why I want on there. And she was like, okay, shit, we'll have a meeting with her. She said, but what about your mother? What about your mother? Because when that Diamond and Soulja Boy thing going on, I didn't react. I didn't react because I'm a man. I didn't react in public. But my mama showed her reacted in public. I did like that. I said, "Mom, I'm going to Miami to get a head break. I already talked to Diamond. We good. We already settled it. We're gonna be back together. Da, da. Don't say that." By the time I landed, I already know. Nigga, Twitter was just, and I was like, "What the fuck happened?" And I seen a text from Diamond like, "Nigga, fuck you and your mama, nigga, like y'all." I'm like, "What happened?" Cause I thought we were good. I thought I had my baby back. What the fuck going on? And I heard the shit. It was all over everywhere, and I heard it. My mama went crazy. She went insane.
Yeah.
I'm talking about tarnished, shouted name and everything. She didn't give a fuck what was left or what was kept. You feel me? And I was like, damn, cuz so Mona was like, I seen the whole thing play out. I watched it.
Yeah, Mona.
I want to get that. I want to get that.
Yeah,
I want to capture that. And I'm like, that shit, that was like months ago though. I'm like it was over with like a year ago. Like, and she was like, nah, I need to get that.
Yeah, world ain't seen it.
And but Diamond would come on. She wouldn't come on, and Soulja Boy wouldn't come on because he was still moving, doing his thing. And Diamond just didn't want none of that. That was some crazy shit going on. It would have been crazy for her. She came in at the time. And man, Mona said, listen, you want to do it? I said, let me think about it. When I was walking out the door, guess who was coming in the door?
Who that?
My mama. I'm like, how you get my mama before you reach me?
Mona hell.
She's hell.
Mona hell.
So I went and prayed about it. I prayed about it. I said, God, let me know if you want me to do something like this. Like, how can I exist in this world? Because I'm not used to that. I don't do TV. I do movies and shit like that, but I'm not. That shit, I seen that shit with Jim Jones. That shit ain't cool. You feel what I'm saying? And then I woke up one morning, and it was like weeks later. I woke up one morning and God was just like, just be yourself. This is your next, and I took that as this is my next level. I need to be myself. I need to do what he said. So I got on there. I told Mona, I said, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And then what didn't nobody know, I would fuck with Shay, Shay Johnson, Bucky. That was my thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
I know, sure.
And she had already before I even had the meeting, she had already had the meeting, and she mentioned me. So that's another reason why they wanted to
That's
fuck
how
with
you
me.
jumped out. Okay.
Yeah, that's
she
another
put it in
reason.
the word.
That's another reason why they wanted to fuck with me. But my story was just too evolutional. It was too lit. And when I brought the baby mama aspect in, and my mama is a whole fucking
Your mama, the whole different entity.
whole fucking insane.
Yeah, that's a whole nother character.
A whole nother character.
And she being her.
And she gonna be her.
That's what people don't understand.
I feel like she toned down for TV. She toned down.
She might have.
She toned down for TV because my mama go the fuck off. She's another species. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this shit. I look at it now, and all the years I've been on there, and now me and my mama, we get our just due. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first got on there with Stevie J and Jocelyn.
I was one of the first fights. That was your first fight on that thing.
Yeah, because I ain't know nothing about that shit. I ain't know nothing about reality TV. I ain't never been on there. And they told me straight up, they were like, he's not gonna want to fight you. You on some other shit. You a YN. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to fight you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna want to apologize.
Yeah.
But Mona said, I need you to keep going. I don't give a fuck how many times he apologize. You keep going. You tell him how you really feel about that shit. About him calling your baby mama a bitch. You go in. And we didn't know them. We didn't know them at all. I seen Jocelyn in a strip club in Miami a long time ago, but I didn't remember her from that. I just remembered, she looked familiar, you know what I'm saying? But she was well put together when she was on Love and Hip Hop. She was like, cuz was like,
she was fine as hell.
Xena, the warrior princess, you know what I'm saying? I was sitting there like, damn, like, who is that? That bitch fine, you know what I'm saying? And so we got into it with them, like, and like they went to the hospital after that shit. So Mona them was like happy. They was telling, they were like, oh, this shit is good.
Yeah.
Y'all did it. I'm like, what? Like, I don't.
Yeah, you think it's a whole other shit.
Nigga, I'm on felony probation. I told him, I said, I can't be on shit like that. I can't do that. I can't, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So they even minimized the actual scene because it was more than that. Like, I really had my get down with cuz, you know what I'm saying? I was in there, cause I used to box when I was in there boxing and everything on that nigga, bro. And they minimized the shit because I could go to jail, you know what I'm saying? And after that, bro, it was just, it spiraled to be what it is today. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm at today, and it's good for me. I love it.
So that first season too, one of the most famous quotes, man. I remember I had a fiance at the time. They used to love this. One of the most famous things you said.
Oh, they still say it now. Everybody
put them paws on. Put them paws.
Yeah, put them paws
on.
So
them paws took you to a whole nother
level. But that's just me talking.
I know that's what you talking.
But like I tell people, that's Mama Dixon. That's Mama Dixon. My mama do shit like that all the time. Like she come, like that's her coming out in me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just talking, and I was talking to my mama. You know what I'm saying? and then on top of that, my nigga, like, I started, I ain't even noticed I was doing it, but I was trying to come up with a way, because they say you can't curse on TV.
Mhm.
At that time, we couldn't curse exactly the words I was saying. So I came up with a whole lingo just out trying not to curse. And I didn't know I did it. So we was on the reunion one day, and Mona was like,
The schniz
yeah. She said, what were you saying when you was in between cuts? And she went to it, and it was like, shit naive, you know what I'm saying? Shit naive, you know? I was sitting there, I'm like, I said, oh, no, I was just trying to come up with something to say in between, because y'all said we couldn't cuss on camera. Like, so I was just trying to, it was the last minute. Every time I would say something, it was the last minute of my curse word. I was finna curse, and last minute I come and say, it's naive. The shit's naive.
I swear to God, when you text me that early, I said, man, you still talk like that?
I still talk like that.
But I said,
It's embedded in me, because it's embedded in me because it's just my swag, my sauce. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. God gave me that, you know?
We ain't just talking city life, we talking legacy. Now that's Atlanta culture.